Ronald Reagan's first wife won an Oscar after divorcing him, and she basically never spoke about him publicly again. She was unbothered. Jane Wyman was an old Hollywood icon whose career spanned over 60 years. Some may remember her from Falcon Crest. She started her career as a dancer and a singer. Transitioning to Hollywood films, she was in 83 movies. She was born on January 5th, 1917 in St. Joseph, Missouri. She was a Capricorn. Her parents divorced when she was 3 years old. Her father passed away unexpectedly. Her mother left her with the neighbors. When she was 11, she moved to LA with her foster mom. They went back to Missouri, and then Jane decided, I'm going back to Hollywood. She was 15 years old, could not work, so she lied about her age, saying she was 18. When she was 16 years old, she married a man named Ernest Wyman. She said she was 19. This marriage lasted 2 years, but she kept his last name. A couple of years later, she married Myron Futterman. This lasted 3 months because she wanted kids. He didn't. That same year, she co-starred with an actor named Ronald Reagan. They fell in love, started dating, they were engaged, and then they got married in Glendale. Together, they had daughter Maureen. 4 years later, they adopted a son named Michael. Sadly, 2 years after that, Jane gave birth to Christine, who was born prematurely, and she passed away. After their daughter passed, Jane separated from Ronald, and they were officially divorced 2 years after that, in 1949. Long before he was inaugurated, Jane said they divorced because of political differences. But in the meantime, Jane won an Oscar for Johnny Belinda, where she famously accepted her award and said, I am very grateful for this, for keeping my mouth shut once. I think I shall do it again. 3 years after her divorce from Ronald, she married her fourth husband, Frederick Carger. He was a band leader who famously dated a young Marilyn Monroe. He broke up with her, broke her heart. This marriage lasted about 3 years, but then 6 years later, they got remarried, and that lasted 4 years. Through her bestie, Loretta Young, Clark Gable's baby mama, Jane became deeply religious and converted to Catholicism. She continued working, she won Golden Globes. In the 80s, she segued to TV, think Love Boat, Charlie's Angels, and Falcon Crest. After Falcon Crest, she worked one more time playing Jane Seymour's mother in Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. And then she just lived her life painting, hosting friends. Sadly, she outlived her daughter Maureen and was spotted at Maureen's funeral. When her ex-husband Ronald Reagan passed away in 2004, she attended the funeral. Here she is with Nancy Reagan. And in 2007, she passed away in her sleep. She was 90 years old. She was buried in a nun's habit. She was a looker, and kudos for her not talking smack about Ronald while he was in office. Fun fact, Ronald Reagan was the first US president that had ever been divorced. The second one, Donald Trump.